Hello everyone, it's Grandpa Hickory. Welcome to my video. Appreciate you stopping by to see me. I want to talk to you about the power of small acts of kindness and the difference that this truly makes to others. You know, there was a time years ago back in the 1950s, we went into a barber shop. I was a very small, I think I might have been, 4 years old. And I'll never forget, my daddy took me in there and set me down in this chair way up in the air. And I was scared to death, friends. And I was terrified. I was crying. I was scared. The barber come in there and he had these big scissors. And he was taking them scissors. Now, they were a lot bigger than this, but he was going. Well, he come walking in, so he had been sharpening his scissors, and he was just listening to the click. There's something about the click. A true barber back then in the 1950s, I don't understand it to this very day. I've never been that good at sharpening. But he could tell by clicking them scissors whether they were exactly sharp to where he wanted it or not. But see, I didn't know. I was just a little bitty a lad of 4 years of age. Knee-high to a grasshopper, a toddler, And all I knew, I was scared to death. Here was a big old man. He had this smock on, and he come walking in like this with these scissors, clacking them scissors, and I'm like, so I started crying. I was a lad of a boy, I was scared. Well, he looked at me, and he smiled. Hey, young fella, how are you doing today? He walked over, and there was a little bitty case. I'll never forget it. I guess the case was maybe, I don't know, about this long. And he opened that case up and he said, I know what you need. I got something for you right here. Hey, quiet down, little fella. I got something here. I got something for you. Well, I perked up. Something for me? And he pulled out this little bitty thing and he held it up to his shoulder. And he pulled out, it looked like a wand to me, and I was really scared then. Because, we had heard tales and stories of witches and things like that with magic wands. You know how kids are. Back then, we all told ghost stories around fires and at campfires, things like that. You remember that. Well, we did it. People nowadays, they don't do these things. They don't go out in the woods and out in the forests of America and have a campfire and gather around it and tell ghost stories and things. But we did when I was a lad of a boy. And those memories are very much with me today. But he pulled this wand up and he stuck it to that little bitty thing, held it up underneath his chin, and he started playing music. Well, I listened to him, boy, and I liked it. I liked that music he was playing. Well, I settled down, I calmed down, and he was able to give me a haircut, and he gave me a piece of candy. Oh, people, I'm going to tell you something. Small acts of kindness. Do barbers do that nowadays? No. They'd say, get that kid out of here. Get that screaming kid out of here. That's what the people nowadays would say. Isn't it sad? But I'm telling you, there is a power in small acts of kindness. You can take a bad situation and turn it into a good one. Another time there was a little man, his name was Mr. Riley, and he used to go walking. He had a cane and he had a little doggy named Chester. And him and Mr. Riley and Mr. Chester, you could hear them coming down the concrete, down the sidewalk. Back then, our sidewalks, they were like this. They were concrete, but the ground had shifted. And, yes, it was way out in the country. We had dirt roads. And they had tried to put some sidewalks in. And, it was unkept, because it was way out in the county. And the county didn't come out there and fix sidewalks. This was way back in the early 1950s. 54, 55. 53, Any road, Mr. Riley was coming along one day. He had his little cane, him and Chester, and something happened. Mr. Riley's cane had broke. Well, Mr. Riley, was very unstable on his feet. And remember what I said about the sidewalk being like this and like this, Well, Mr. Riley had to walk out on the dirt road, and he was trying to get back home. There was a lot of people that saw that too. Mr. Riley didn't know it. But those people, they went and got another cane. And Mr. Riley was in his house one day. He heard a knock at the door. He was doing, who is it? Who is it? Hey, Mr. Riley, howdy. He said, hi there. They said, hey, there's something out here on your porch. Well, what do you mean? Is it a critter or an animal? What is it? He said, well, you better come see. Well, okay, let me get my glasses. He went back in, got his glasses. He had them round, we called them specs back then in the 1950s. They were like Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt. You remember his glasses? We love those glasses. I wouldn't mind having a pair of them today. But he wrote, Mr. Riley got his glasses. He come outside and looked. He looked and he said, well, that's a cane, he said. He walked over there and everybody smiled at him. They said, Mr. Riley, we got you a new cane. He said, yeah, my cane just broke yesterday. They said, well, we figured it's time for you to have a new cane, so we brought you one. I'm going to tell you something. Mr. Riley sat down right there and he talked to everybody. He shared stories with us about when he was a young lad of a boy and how him and his dad used to go walking and used to go fishing. And they'd go out in a pond and they'd fish. And they'd catch some of the biggest, what he called, goggle-eyed perch. And we had a wonderful time with Mr. Riley. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But the power of small acts of kindness, what a difference it makes in others' lives. No matter how small your kind word you may think is, it means a lot and it goes a long way in people's lives. Hey, I'm inviting you to hit the like button. It helps my channel to grow. And I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you and I appreciate good people. Hey, I'll see you on the next video and you have a wonderful day. Goodbye for now.